Hey everybody, and welcome to a video. It is our live. It is the Cowabunga release, and look, I've already got it on the screen already for you. I guess I didn't even realize I did. Let's go put the chat on real quickly. Let's take a look over here, see who is joining us today. So yes, we are going to be coloring the Leonardo image, and look, where am I? There we go. I'm just trying to make sure. There we go. I'm getting stuff right. I'm just waiting here. So let's see who is joining us. If you are here, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm going to show you the release in just a little minute. And I thought, you know what? I had this little turtle, and I'm like, isn't he perfect to be joining us in our little live? Oh, look, Susan is here. Hi, Susan. Hey, Trey. Thank you. And if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, please just let me know. So, hello. Oh, I see Annie, and she said she can hear me. I was a little concerned about that earlier. And hey, Joyce. So we're going to get rid of this little turtle because it's time to see our main turtles. And I'm going to move my Copics out of the way here. All right, so let us take a look at our stamp set this month. It is the Cowabunga Release featuring our favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which are Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael. I was going to say, who am I missing? Also, we have them in little emoji form. We have some pizza here. And of course, we have Master Splinter. He is very zen. I am going to put up the QR code right now just so you can see it. So if you ever see these QR codes pop up, all you have to do is scan it and it'll take you right to our website. So here we do have our stamp set, and of course we always have our little outline dies. So here, like, we have a die for our pizza. All the stamps have outline dies, and then you can see right here they all fit great. This one is for that little emoji. Of course, we have our Leonardo. He is the leader of the turtles, and of course we have our sentiment dies as well that have been coming out for a while now with our releases. So that is pretty cool. So I'm going to go move these off to the side, get them out of our way. I hope everybody is having a fabulous Sunday evening. So I'm going to get these out of the way because I want to show you some stuff. What do I want to show you? I'm going to show you our stencil. I did lose it already. Here we go. So our stencil is a 2-layer stencil. You can choose to use it whichever way you want. What I did was I went ahead and I would put the base color down first. I'd put it in like a darker color, like maybe a brown, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then I put this one on top, and you can see they stack properly. And then put my color in, and then you get something like that. So here is an example of my 2-layer turtle shell. And yes, so I'm going to quick show you here. Here's the outline dies. Here is our 2-layer turtle shell die. And here I just use some distress inks, and I use some little glitter spray on it. I just wanted something a little bit fun for an example for this die. This die will be, this stencil is going to be coming with me to the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo in March. So if you are coming, or if you're in Florida, in Orlando, I'll be there. Annie will be there. We have a booth. Then we have our pizza box die right here. It is super easy die, and if you didn't see already, and if you haven't watched Annie's video, go ahead and watch that release video. She shows you how to use this die, and there are free printouts right now, so you can put logos on the pizza box. What I did is I went ahead and made mine here. I also did some stenciling on the top of the box. I was just kind of playing around, and then inside the box I just threw in my little emojis. I haven't put them in there or colored them. I haven't permanently attached them in there or colored them yet, but I just thought they were cute in there, and who knows, could be a fun little surprise box. If you have not seen Betty Lim Silver Nails projects this month, please go look. Her pizza box is fabulous. I love the way she did it. And she stamped all the little pizza slices around on the bottom of the box and with the slice coming out. It is absolutely adorable, and all her projects are super, super cute, and I love them. So, time to get on to art coloring. Here we go. So we are going to be coloring up Leonardo, and I'm just going to show you that pizza box builder die. Sorry, I'm trying here, people. So let's get the chat back on the screen here. Show on stream, and there we go. Has he paused? I know. I'm like an auctioneer. I know. Okay, is there? I want it all bundled. Well, technically, if you're in Stamp Club, you get the bundle, you get it all right away, and you get it at actually quite a large discount than if you were to buy it all separate. Like basically, Stamp Club is $70, and right now I feel like, and that includes shipping, and I feel like once you add everything up, I'm not going to do the math in my head right now, but I feel it's like actually the stamps and the outline dies alone almost come to $50. Once you add on that 2-layer stencil and the builder die, which is a pizza die, you're like well up over 70. I think it ends up being closer to $90 with shipping when you're not part of Stamp Club. So there's a huge benefit to it, and I'm not gonna bore you with that today, even though it is super amazing. So hey Timothy, I just noticed that you're here too because people are saying hi. Who else is here? Okay, all right, I think we're okay. Am I call it up? Yep, I'm caught up. Okay, so what am I doing today? So, okay, I swear I'm going to calm down. We are going to be coloring our little, you know what? Here, we'll put this over here so nothing's on our screen in the way. So we're going to be coloring Leonardo. And if you can see, I did stamp him out in green. Something I've been kind of liking doing lately is kind of choosing like a base color that isn't black. And stamping my image in that. So you can see here, I stamped him out in a green. And then what I went in, and if you've seen me in some of my other videos, especially my no-line coloring video or my course, little class, Memento, which is the inks that we usually use, the Tuxedo Black, they make a dual marker in Tuxedo Black. And all I do is I take this tip here and I color in on my stamp. And I add that color back into the eye or where I want it. So the pupil, in this case, I just added it back into his pupil area and in the swords where I wanted that darker definition. And there you go. So today, I'm going to tell you, I thought I was kind of being a little sparing with my marker colors. I'm using 28 Copic colors plus 1 colorless blender. And I'm also using a white Posca pen, and I think that's it. So it's not too bad, but I've used more and I've definitely used less. So let us start with our skin or our turtle skin. And for those colors, I am using G28, YG07, YG03, and YG05. Yes, I'm using them in that order, and yes, I'm using 5 last, not 3. You will see why when I color. Sometimes in Copics, not all colors are as dark as they may seem. And sometimes if your marker's running low, they might look a little different. All right, so I have tried to create a little grid for myself as well as get rid of some glare by using some washi tape. So if you're wondering what all this is, that's for you to look at and to reduce some of the glare because I'm using this glass. All right, so I am going to be using our G28 first. And our D28 is our darkest color. And I'm going to go ahead and remember that I now need reading glasses to color. All right, I have put those on. And here we're going to put, so G28 is our shadow color. Do you know what? I really need to throw an image of him up that I actually colored. So let's go here. Boop, boop. So here's a good thing, a good tip in your coloring. Know what colors go where. All right, So in his little toes, and that's where I'm going to start today. I am putting that G28 in there. If you can see, and I can't zoom in unfortunately, but I have left some white space there between my stamp line and my Copic marker. And I'm doing the same over here. And then a little bit into the heel and into the back of his leg. And I have a little bit of shadow under the shell, so I'm going to go right in there. I'm going to spin around under that shell part. So if you know what the belly of a turtle is called, let me know in the comments. First person to comment with its correct term, I will send this image to. And I'll do it. I'll actually mail it. I swear I will. Although I have a bad track record. All right, so this is all shell. This is arm. Okay, so a little bit into the finger. And I'm going to go into these fingers as well. And remember, these are mutant turtles because they do have fingers. I'm going to add a little bit of green right in there. And this is also part of his arm, so we're going to dab a little bit in there. Google says plastron. That is correct. So, Susan, I guess I'll send you this card, or I'll just bring it to you on Tuesday for our coffee. So, a little bit into his cheek there. And I'm going to add that same under his mask. And I'm going to add a little bit right up here. Just to give him a little bit of like definition. So now where some of these skin folds or lines are, I'm going to color this. I'm going to try not to laugh as I'm getting comments in the background. So you don't get to see me today because I am a disaster. Because so Steven's parents are here visiting. They got here on January 31st, New Year's Eve. So that was super fun. Sorry, December 31st. I'm skipping ahead. And they're here until the 21st of January. So it's super fun. And this is our first live in the new year of the new year. Annie had a video. It's actually up and doing amazing right now. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. And I'm just checking. So yeah. So super awesome video. Yes, this is our first. And okay, so what's been happening? So I look like a mess because we've been painting and sanding and patching our stairwell and our hallway upstairs on the second floor of our house. We have not painted or done anything with since we moved in just over now 4 years ago. So that's what's happening behind me. So the door is open, trim's getting painted, a piece of trim got put on finally after 4 years, and put up a new light today. It's looking really awesome. If you're friends with me, check it out on Facebook later or tomorrow when it's done. All right, so we're moving on to YG07. This is our acid green. So this is going to be our next color. And I'm going to go right in over what I colored. Oh yeah, this is also to keep me squared up in the frame here. Now, many of you, possibly even all of you on here, because I think I know everybody right now, have seen me color before. So if you see me color, you'll know that oh look, I've got paint on me. If you've seen me color before, you know that when I'm coloring for you and showing you what to do, I color it on an angle. And I always try and remind you, don't color like I color, or do as I say, not as I do. The proper way to hold your Copic marker is more perpendicular to the page. But if I'm to color like this, unfortunately, you can't see what I'm coloring. So I like to do it where you can actually see. So you would get a better result if you colored better. And it would be, your results would be better if you colored with your marker more perpendicular to your image. So you can see I'm just slowly adding in this green, kind of going over in certain areas. And then this is part of his arm as well. And that's the thing, we're here, it's like, okay, what is leather straps? What is green body? We're going to go ahead and throw this color in here. So I want this to be our darker green, not the darkest, just a little bit darker. And now we're going to sweep along the jawline here. And bring it over, and not quite up to the front. And now I want to go right up under that mask line. A little bit of space, and I'm going to go under that side of the mouth as well. Up into his forehead. And swipe around. You can see I've kind of started to bring that color across a little bit. And I'm going to do the same, just a little bit, at his cheekbone, jawline, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and do you know what? I just realized I forgot his arm. This is part of his arm. So we're going right in there. And so is this. So I want a little bit deeper right into there. And look at me, not even using, I'm like, oh, that's the middle. And I'm coloring over here. Sorry, trying over. So YG07, that is our next color. That's a lie. That's what we just used. YG03, our yellow green, is our next color. I'm sorry. So I'm going to go right in here. Gonna spin, spin, spin. So I don't know if the microphone's kept picking up Stevens and his dad talking, but if it does, that's who's talking. Oh, and I don't know, but you might hear my dog barking from the other room. That's a lot of noise in the house today. And that's because I have the door open because the trim is drying to the office door. Okay, so here, kind of bringing that in, and now I'm bringing it up over the mouth and over the side, and under his mouth and over to the side. Yeah, and I don't even know if you'll be able to hear, if it'll pick up my little dog Shiny barking in the background or not. But if you do hear barking, that's who it is. She's being yappy. Oh, Annie says she could hear Ron's. So last color, YG05. So yes, did I go from YG03 to YG05? I sure did. Now what I'm going to do is I've been coloring. I apologize. I just kind of bumped my camera here. Oh, hello, Susan from Massachusetts. You're new to stamping and card making. Recently found our amazing company and designs, and I'm so happy I did. We are also so happy that you did. So thank you for joining us. And if this is your first live, welcome. If you haven't joined our Stampers page, make sure you do that. All right, so YG05, I'm going to start from the right-hand side. Now I'm going right from my line, my stamp line, and I'm coming over. And I'm going to now bring it right over top that darkest line, that G28. So I'm coming over my G28 and my my G28, my YG03, and YG07 with my YG05. And I'm going to be blending that out a little bit more. But first, I just want to get this color in and bring it from this right-hand side. And again, when I color from right to left, I'm bringing the light into the dark. If I take it over here, I'm going to erase some of the dark, and I'm going to pull it all the way over. And it's going to kind of mess it up and not do what I want it to do. So here I am, just bringing that in there. And I know it looks a little wonky right now. That's okay. So a lot of this color I've just placed, and I haven't spent any time really trying to blend it or work it in together. And if you just saw that, I did just color over into my leather spot, which normally would drive me crazy. And I would be reaching right away for my colorless blender. We'll see if I can resist it or not. Right now it's kind of iffy. All right. So now I've got that colored in. I am not loving it yet because, yes, and Annie is the owner, of course, Stamp Anything. If you ever have any questions, just let her or me know. I am Kevin, the marketing director. We jokingly say I own 51% of the company. It is all lies. I own 0% of the company, but I love it as much as if I did own it. There. So just kind of doing my blendy now. And I used to practice color on my images first. I do not do that anymore. Not usually. So this is the very first time I am coloring this image. I didn't bring my color swatch over to my desk right now, but usually I pick out all my colors ahead of time, and sometimes I usually write them out and just messy on a little binder. Oh, here. Or a little, like I have this little guy here, and usually I kind of write down what I want to do when I'm coloring it. Today I did something different and try to be fancy, and then I ended up changing everything around anyway. So, best laid plans. So I am going to go in ahead, and I'm going to go back in. So usually on our skin tones, we like to do a second color. I usually don't do a second layer of color in my lives. However, in our turtle image today, I've decided I am going to go ahead and do a second layer because I really want it to look spectacular and I really want it to look great. So I'm not going to go over with my G28 again. I'm happy with it where it is, but my YG07, the acid green, I am going to go ahead and go in again. And here, I'm just going to go in and sort of deepen some of what I want. And sometimes you need to, because I did use that YG05 and I did blend out some color. Like I did lighten some of my stuff, maybe a little too much. That's okay. But also, I just really want like that awesome deep greens in here. And like Ann just said, like greens look so good. But if you didn't know, the YGs are Annie's favorite color family. I just recently learned that apparently her favorite breakfast that I don't know how I could have not known is Popeye eggs, or eggs in a basket as some people call them. guess it depends geographically where you're from, what you call like toast, where you like put a little hole in it or cut out a little hole and then drop the egg into it and fry it that way, and then kind of like toast it and fry it at the same time. All right, so adding some more of that color. Oh, for those of you, no, I have not released a video yet. I usually do one for the the stencils and for the builder dies, but because this is a one-piece builder die, I didn't do one right away. What I am going to do is I will give you a video of just going to use the builder die simply and the stencils and just do something really quick for you guys just to make sure it's up there. Some people like having them for reference or just a little inspiration, even though they're pretty easy to do, but sometimes you want to just see what people do with them. I know I do. Actually, I loved seeing Betty's project because I was like, oh, I would have never thought to put something into the bottom of the little pizza treat box like she did. And I'm like, what more perfect thing is there than using the stamp of the pizza slices? Like, it was pretty darn ingenious. All right, so there is our YG03. And all right, here we go. My last layer with the YG05. And you know what? Like, it is going to drive me nuts, even though I know I'm coloring over it. So, do you know what? I'm going to take that colorless blender and I'm going to go over some of my spots where I hit. Because, I don't know, does that make me OCD maybe? Maybe it does. I'm okay with it. All right, so I went outside the line here. That drove me nuts. I went outside or inside these lines here. A little bit here. A little bit there. A little bit here. Apparently Kevin is not staying in the lines today. All right, you know what? Good enough. I won't obsess. I won't obsess. I won't obsess. It's going to be the mantra for this year, I think. All right. So now we have some cool turtle skin. And what are we going to do next? We are going to do that plastron, his belly, the yellow chest plate. And we're going to be using YG2. No, that's a lie. Y28, Y26, Y23, and Y21. I'm going to start off with that Y28. That is a Lionette Gold. This is going to be our shadow color. And I am going to put it in here first. And there we go. And we're going to add a little bit on this side. Did you see what did you see what I just did? Did you see? Did you see? Did you see it? I just colored his belt with the wrong color. But again, it's going to be brown anyway. But because I'm a dork, I'm going to try and get rid of it with my colorless blender anyway. All right, from there, we're going to go to Y26, which is our mustard color. I'm going to go in, just going to go over that. Skip the belt. Did you see that? I almost went in there again. And again, if you are new to Copic Coloring, or even if you're not, remember, turning the image is much better than not. So turn your image to suit where you need to color it. Y23 is our next color. This is yellowish beige. You could make it brighter if you wanted. I did choose like definitely more neutral, softer. I'm going to use this word. Susan's going to love it. Beigey. Beigey yellows. If you haven't met Susan, no, this is Susan Stanway Fiber Arts. If you haven't, if you don't know her like I do, beige is the color of choice. Susan, you would be shocked to know that this color here is actually very similar to what is being painted behind me. The color of our stairwell and hallway and ceiling is called Lion's Mane, and I think it looks fabulous. It looks so awesome. All right. I'm going to call that done because I'm calling it done. Beige plastron. Yep, that's what it is. All right. Let's do his mouth. We're going to skip. We're going to go over it. We're going to do his mouth. Mouth color is going to be R59. So I'm using the R59, which is cardinal. That is going to be the inside of his mouth. So we have like a very small space. Look at me. I'm already coloring not where I should be. So use the very, very tip of your Copic, and you can go ahead and laugh. I said tip. Do I hear Brenda laughing downstairs? So Siemens' mom usually watches our lives, and she is currently watching my live downstairs right now, and she makes me laugh, but I'm wondering if I'm making her laugh right now. All right. R59. Now we're going to do R24. Okay, R24 is our prawn. It is not our darkest red, but it's going to go on the right-hand side because I've kept all the dark off to the right. So we're going to go right in here with our prawn. And I color it almost all the way over. So then I'm going to use our R22, which is our light prawn. And I'm going to go back right here. I'm going to sweep back just as this is the lightest corner. Right like that. And do you know what? I feel like it just needs that tiny bit more lightness. So do you know what? I'm going to take my colorless blender and I'm going to sweep it over there just to get that tongue just a little bit lighter on that side. And if you're, for a reference, what I'm using is my packaging. I do the digital coloring of it. So that's kind of what I'm using for my reference. And I always like having a reference picture if I can when I color. All right, time for the mask and his mask. Yeah. His mask is going to be blues. We're going to be using B29, B28, B26, and B24. So again, starting with my darkest color, which is my B29, that ultramarine. I'm going to sweep it here. Now, depending on how you're seeing this, I did stamp it with a dark green, but again, nonetheless, it is green. Therefore, this does lean it slightly towards a almost like kind of like a no-line coloring. It's not exactly, because in a no-line coloring, I would stamp it with a very, very light color. And I would just like to say congratulations to Trey, who has just joined Stamp Club. So do you know what, Trey? Because he just joined Stamp Club and I see everything because I have eyes everywhere. I will make you something special and I will send it because that was awesome. So welcome to Stamp Club. So I didn't talk about all the benefits, but now that you're here and I've got everybody as an audience, you will now get All the digis on our website are now free for you to download. Annie just needs to hook that up. So any digi on there is going to be free for you to download as well. You get, is it Annie? I'm pretty sure it's a 20% off discount off of anything else. So if there's anything else now that you choose to purchase in the future that isn't in a bundle, like that is, let's say, like a bundle or something else, you now get 20% off. And as well, when you still buy and when you're in the club, you still get your like reward dollars, like your points. So those still add up as well. Oh my gosh, do you know what? I almost forgot he has eyeballs. That sounds crazy, but mask. We've been doing some new eye styles lately. Let's see what's gonna happen here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow this line down. I'm using my B24, which is my lightest color right now. And I'm going to do just a thin line under the eye here. And then I'm going to curve this up right there. And I'm going to do the same on this side. I'm going to, there's already that line there. I'm going to curve that up. Because look right here, I almost went into his eye. I would have been so upset. This is what happens when you talk too much. But, oh, yes. And if you're seeing what Annie's saying, oh, so I skipped ahead with markers. So now I'm back in with that B26. Kind of got it where I wanted, except I do want it down here a little bit lower as well. And above the nose there. And up here, a little bit in there. There. Yeah, honestly, you were not going to regret Stamp Club, and wow, let me tell you, I'm ridiculously in love with the release. I say that all the time, and I know it's really hard to not say it, and it sounds like I'm selling it, but the releases this year are so freaking insane. I am in love with them like you have no freaking clue. It's like, it's kind of like if all my favorite things just came true all at once. It's like totally what's happening. When you added the black ink to the eyeballs after stamping green, what was your stamping on? Yeah, so I was using the Misty, and I just used, so I stamped it all out in green, and then I just added this onto the stamp, and just to the like the eyes and the swords. Now, yeah, I kind of have been really liking this whole like tone on tone stamping thing that I've been doing lately. Still kind of playing with it. Still playing with it. Still seeing how I like it. But yeah, I think for the most part, I've been really digging it. It's been really radical and bodacious, dude. Aren't those kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles terms? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I know like the cartoon was like super popular, etc. But do you guys remember the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie? Where like they were kind of like live action, and I don't know. I want to say almost slightly frightening. They kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, this is so nostalgic. Like, how old would I have been? Oh my god. So I'm now. So that makes I would have been. Gosh, I was probably 25 when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were popular. Just kidding. I was a little younger than that. Alright, so now I'm just kind of blending my mask. They freaked me out too. Okay, so look, you blocked, you big bodacious nerd. Why am I a nerd? Wait. Why is Anne calling me a nerd? Oh my god, there's so many cool. Yeah, you guys are gonna just like die this year for the releases. They're so freaking insane. And we are working on an amazing bundle right now that I'm so freaking excited about. I can barely control myself, and I can't wait till it's out very, 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 very soon. Can't wait till I get to color it. It's probably gonna be, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it's gonna be my favorite of the year. Yeah, it's probably gonna be my favorite of the year. Well, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to say it. It's gonna be my favorite of the year. Not because the other ones aren't amazing, because they kind of are my favorite too. But then, like, oh my god, what happened? It's just like, oh, they're crazy. Okay, look, he's kind of looking cute. Is it looking cute? I feel like it's looking cute. I'm feeling it. I'm digging it. I'm looking at the green, and I'm like, wait. My prerogative to go in and change things. It's gonna dry up. Looks a little dark right now. Don't worry about it. Oh, now we got hair on here. All right, so Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. What are we gonna do next? The shell. The base of the shell. We are going to be doing in some YGs again. So we're going to be using YG 97, 95, 93, and 91. But yes, we're using in that order as well. So YG 97. So we're going to start it down here. Boop, boop. I'm going to color it right in there. A little there. Yeah, that's about it. I'm using a lot of colors in a really tight space. It's all right. So that was my YG93. And did I just say YG93? I was supposed to use YG95. Look, this is me messing up already. Hey, if something doesn't go wrong in a Stamp Anything Live, is it a Stamp Anything Live? That is our motto for the most part. Is anybody gonna be in Florida for the expo? Is anybody coming to the expo? Is anybody gonna see us? Let me know in the comments. Are you gonna be in Florida? Are you gonna come to the expo? Are you gonna come say hello at our booth? Is anybody doing the Scooby-Doo retreat in Canada, either in person or virtually? Well, I know Annie's coming. I know Susan's going to be there in person. I know Joyce is going to be there in person. I'm losing track of who's on right now. But I am going to do something that I don't normally do. Okay, so I'm stealing an Ahuhu marker. It's a G120. I've decided I want this like a little bit lighter back up in here, so I'm going to try. Have I done that before? No. But I'm just like, you know what? I want something lighter. I don't want to walk all the way over behind me and leave my desk. So I would have just used a lighter green. Do I like what that just did? No. Why? Because sometimes the Who's go with the Who's, Kevin. You don't go with Copics because I find they've got more alcohol in them. I'll be at both. Annie will be at both. Oh, and the Stamp Anything retreat in Orlando in October is also going to be awesome. Okay, now we're going to do the belt, straps, pads, all the leather on his outfit. This is where I'm going to be using our E37, then our E39, which is weird. 3.5, then 3.3. I know, 3.7 before 3.9. Who knows? It's happening. I'm going to have to get used to it. So, just adding that in there. Oh, do you know what? The buckle, this part, it's blue. So I messed that up. So we're just gonna go with it. And I'm gonna color it blue after. We can get out our blues. It's all good. So now we're 3-9. Will there be a virtual option for Orlando? I think we are going to be offering one, as far as I know that we've now discussed. That retreat isn't going to be released until April, is when we'll start accepting deposits. But I believe so. But it'll be through so you'll just get everything, plus you'll get access to the videos where we color everything individually, kind of like this. So E35, our chamois, is our next color in here into our little leather belt and crime fighting accessories. I don't know. And finally, we have our E33, which is our sand. This is our last color that is going in here. Here's also something else for you guys to know. I color better when I actually color normal. I also color better when I'm kind of chilling and going slow and got my music on. I'm just do taking my sweet beat time. I like to color when I'm relaxed. Not that I'm not relaxed hanging out with you guys. It's fun, but I also am trying not to push this to be 3-hour live. Not that there's anything wrong with doing a 3-hour live, which we've experienced in our lives. Let me tell you. But right now I'm cruising along because we're at 47 minutes. What? That's crazy. And y'all thought I talked too much. All right. So now I'm going to do the bottom of his katanas. Yeah, his katanas. His katanas are going to get this dark, but I'm going to just do it in a different way. I'm going to go like that. I'm going to go like that. That was my E37. And for my E37, I'm just going to go right to my sand, which is my E33. And we're just going to blend it. And we're just going to blend it. Now we're going to grab those blues again because why did we forget the belt buckle thing? Probably because I was not quite paying attention. Yeah, Janice, not Joyce. Who's Janice? Exactly. No, I get it. So there is our blue. That was our 2.9. I lied. That was a 2.6. Wow. Glad we have the 2.9 here. 2.9 outside. There, see? You can see it's a little darker. I'm going to skip the 2.6 burn here. We're just going to go straight to the 2.4. Going. And there is his belt buckle. Okay, I have a BO4 here. I'm going to try something. I've decided that I'm going to actually give him just a little color around his eyes. Then I'm going to go ahead and color in his katanas. Here's one. I was like, do you know what? He needs a little blue. He needs a little blue in his eyes. Blue mask, blue eyes. Sure, why not? Okay, super careful here because there's not a lot of space on this side. Careful, Kevin. Okay, there we go. Woo! I made it. I did it. Did you like it better? Did you like it better before? Tell me in the comments. Let me see. I expect to go to Burger Place or Mexi. So if you know Moncton at all, which some of you do, some of you do not, that is where we live beside. That is where the retreat is going to be. Classic Burger is where she's talking about. Oh, no, yes, she's talking about Classic Burger. And he also likes Five Bridges, and Mexi's is an awesome Mexican restaurant. All right. I am going to be using some Posca pen as well to give him some better highlights and into his sword as well. C7, I'm going to start that color first. And I'm putting that down here into the bottom. of the whatever part of a sword this is called. And I don't see any comments. Did you like his eyes before I added the blue or after? You can give it to me straight. If you're like, you know what, you screwed it up by doing that, you can let me know. Because, hey, your opinion matters too, and I want to know. If you're like, no, you should have left it, I want to know that for next time. Oh, also, let me know who you want me to color this week. So I'm going to do probably at least one coloring video. So do you want me to do one of the other turtles? Maybe boring because I've already done one. Do you want me to do Splinter? Do you want me to do the Digi that is either April O'Neil or Shredder? Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. So should I be doing a video featuring one of the Digis, April or Shredder? Do you want me to do Splinter? Let me know, and I will make that happen. So that was our C7. It's called a hilt. I was kind of thinking a hilt, but then it was like, I don't know. Is it? Okay, but I'm going to say, sure, you know better than me. So, but yep, I still see no one saying what they think of the eyes, so everybody hates the eyes. It's all right. It's fine. So this is my C5. Boop, boop. Shredder. Okay. So far I have one vote for Shredder, and if nobody else says anything, Shredder it is. And C1 is my final gray color. And the C's I'm using are the C1s, the cool grays, because I think metal should be cool and shiny looking. I called Donald's Stella stick thing a stick. That is right. And I was like, and it's a bow staff. Is that a... So I know some things, but yeah, I was like, that's a bow staff, not a stick. You'd be like, so Donatello fights with his cane. Oh my god. Tell me you think he's cute, right? I think he's cute. I'm actually going to use that C1 to do like a little blend in around here. Okay, so just adding this in for a little bit more like shading. So we don't really re-release designs. However, what we have done is most of last year's releases sold out, and they will be available, I'm going to say, after the show, because we restocked so we could actually go to the Splinter. Sorry, no. Well, Splinter would fight with a cane. Doesn't he walk with I don't know, maybe. Yes, okay. Oh my god, hold on. I'm like losing my focus here, people. As if you can't tell. So yes, we have reordered some of our older, okay, not very old, but like last year's kind of stamps. Some of them we have reordered to have at the show. Wait, what? Are you talking to me? No, not the outline dies, although we have some in stock. But the stamps we will have. Some of them we have reordered, so some of those are going to be there. Okay, where is my Posca pen? Here it is. Posca pen, B24. I just want to play with this mask a little bit more. Okay, so all right, some Posca pen because I think he needs more highlights in his eyes. We're just gonna tap off here, make sure I have. Yep. Whoa, dear. So I'm gonna go over the. Oh dear, we're dripping. Hold on. Okay. So Posca pen, I love it for doing highlights. Yeah, and telling you right now, the 6x8 get restocked. If the smaller 3x4 I have in a box for clearance items, what are you looking for? Oh yeah, Peter Pan, Scooby were class. Yeah, so some of those, some things come back as like a new version. Some things we're bringing back into stock for the show. And yeah, but typically on a whole, we don't always bring things back. But because we kept on selling out of like every release we had and selling out of our reorders, we were like, well, we can go to a show, but we got nothing to sell. So Annie did do some reorders because it'd be kind of weird if we showed up to show and be like, yeah, we got nothing for you. What do you want? We don't have it. So anyway, look at that. 55 minutes, 42 seconds. I'm like, are you happy with me? So I didn't cut him out today. I didn't make a card background. I just did him. This little cutie is going to go to Susan because she commented that the belly was called the plastron. So she gets that. Trey, I am going to do something for you. Maybe, yeah. I'm going to make you a turtle card. Yep, you're going to get a turtle card. It's going to be sent to you. And because I'm magic, I obviously have your address already. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. I am going to run through one more time what we have for this release. It is our Cowabunga stamp set. It is a 6x8, and it is $26. We have our Cowabunga outline dies. So, so if you do the math already, it's $46 for just the two, and you'd have to ship it. You're already at over $50. So kind of like a no-brainer there. Then next we have our 2-layer turtle shell stencil, which is $9.50. When we have a 2-layer stencil, they're a little bit more. When we sell them individually, if you're in Stamp Club, you get it exactly just at $50. Sometimes we have 3-layer stencils. It all depends. And then our pizza die box builder, $25. Super cute for little treats. It is adorable. And so this is a big one. Remember to give us a like by hitting the thumbs up icon. It does us it does great things for us in the algorithm. It helps us grow, and it helps us just do more for you. So thank you. So thank you much. Thank you all for watching. And again, remember to give us a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification icon so you get all our videos, because we want to make sure that you want to see us when you see us, right? And don't forget to stamp it, color it, and love it. Again, everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight on a Sunday night. I guess I am going to check those chat one more time. I'm going to see, what are we looking at? Can I see it? Nope. Hold on, everybody. Copic, not copies. Oh, do I have a typo? I bet you I do. Apparently. Okay, so I am going to probably do Shredder in a video, and I'm going to do the pizza box and the stencil in a little quick video for you this week, so you can see those soon. Other than that, again, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.